but Kirk Cousins has not played well during the last 5 games. And while everybody else continued to debate it, Raheem Morris publicly stood behind Kirk Cousins until shortly after the Falcons arrived back in Atlanta on Tuesday, and he made the statement that he wasn't going to commit at the quarterback position. And lo and behold, later in the evening, Tuesday night, the Falcons make the organizational announcement that Michael Penix is their quarterback moving forward. Moving forward. That means that Kirk Cousins is not their quarterback moving forward. That means that the Falcons will have paid him $90 million to play 14 million games, and Kirk Cousins now is expected to be elsewhere. And the only question now becomes whether they release him with a June 1st salary cap designation, or wind up trading him and eating some of the money. But the Falcons are turning the page. They are going to Michael Penix. This is a dramatic move with all sorts of ramifications. A rookie quarterback with a playoff spot on the line, with the pressure on everybody, with the money going to Cousins. It is a huge move, and it is going to be awfully intriguing to see how it plays out.
And we're talking about a rookie quarterback that a year ago was getting ready for the college football playoff, and now he's preparing to mentally get this team over the hump into the NFL playoff conversation. Shefty, thank you so much. Much more from Shefty in a moment. Lots of stuff not working for Cousins and the Falcons. One issue, defenses knew where he was going to be. 96% of his dropbacks ended with him inside the pocket. That's highest by anyone since 45-year-old Tom Brady in 2022. Just 14% of Cousins' dropbacks utilized play action, the lowest percentage in the league. It was 31% with the Vikings in 8 starts last season. And finally, the biggest issue, the turnovers. Cousins has 18 this season, which is the most in the league, tied for the most he's had in any season in his career. Let's welcome in the entire crew. They've been waiting patiently. We got Dan Orlovsky, we got Andrew Hawkins, we got Jason McCourty. We're going to get all your thoughts. Dan, let's start with you right now. Was this the right move right now?
You just showed all the numbers. Really, no choice. The reality is this: Atlanta was never going to catch Tampa Bay, and even if they did, they weren't going to matter in the playoffs if their passing game did not improve. And I think at least Michael Penix gives them something improved when it comes to throwing the ball downfield. That's going to be his strength. They've got all these weapons on the outside, and Drake London and Darnell Mooney, and you're sitting there going, well, how can you not try to create more explosive elements pass game-wise in their offense? So I just think the reality of the situation was the quarterback play was so significantly hindering their performance. At some point, everybody else in the building also deserves the opportunity to make the playoffs. Everybody. And I think Raheem Morris did not want to do this. I can actually tell you that very clearly. Did not want to do this. It felt like this was the need.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday.
Remember, I told you, I was like, he's not
going to do it, right? and that was his position. The reality is they're probably a week late on it. And when you look at the way that they're calling the offense, last week, no throws on first down, right? That doesn't help a quarterback.
Wrap your brain around that. In 2024.
That doesn't help a quarterback at all. So now you're thinking about it where they're calling plays to take the ball out of Kirk Cousins' hands because of the way that the 5-game stretch and beyond has gone. And so for Kirk Cousins, you bring him in, you want a decision maker, you want someone who can throw the ball down the field. That has gone really bad, catastrophically bad. You're not getting either one of those things. It makes sense to now kick to your rookie. My question is, what is the 3-game strategy now to both try to win games because you're in this stretch of the season where you're making a push for the playoffs, and develop a young quarterback with no experience and also didn't get very much experience?
Well, they're not done trying to develop in the next 3 games. They're just trying
but I'm saying getting yourself ready for the playoffs and also not putting himself in a situation where you break him. That's why you don't put him against the Vikings. You put him against these teams down the stretch.
The New York Giants, who they play this week. It's a perfect opportunity. And you guys mentioned already, I won't continue to go, but they won the game this past Monday where they blocked 2 punts and a kick, and they only won 15-9. That just goes to show the level at which they were playing at. I look at this last 3 games, and you mentioned out of the playoffs. If I'm the Atlanta Falcons, I'm putting Michael Penix in to see if we still do have a shot at the playoffs, because the way Cousins was playing, they weren't going to get in. I think, to your point, yes, you're trying to develop him, but you've had all season, and he's had all season long, 14, 15 weeks, to be able to watch Kirk Cousins, the way he prepares for a game, how he handles adversity on the sideline. There's not a better better example you're going to have than a guy like Kirk Cousins now for Penix to enter, who's been playing against this defense all season long.
All right, none of us have access, by the way, to what the Falcons practices look like day in and day out. We do have college tape. When you watch the college tape of Michael Penix Jr., how does his tape reveal some hope here